guys, welcome to my channel. Today I figured I would make a video about some of my favorite breastfeeding products. Now, as I was planning out this video, I realized that I actually have a lot to talk about when it comes to breastfeeding. I had a really rocky breastfeeding experience, especially in the first couple of months. And I definitely learned a lot of tips and tricks when it came to figuring out new ways to breastfeed and improving problems that we were having. So if you guys are interested in a video about some breastfeeding tips, I would be more than happy to make one. Just leave a comment down below if you're interested. So one of the products that I really loved was the nursing pillow. Now there are quite a few different brands, but the one I really liked was the Jolly Jumper brand. When I went to the lactation consultant, this is the one that they used, and I really liked it. It's the perfect height, and it holds baby up perfectly to the height of my breast, so I don't need to do much additional holding on top of this. Now, I didn't have a good nursing pillow right from the start, which I really wish I did, so now I know for next time. But all I had was this tiny little dinky nursing pillow that I had to put another pillow underneath, and it just was not working out for me. And it wasn't until probably a month and a half in that I actually got that pillow, and it was a total game changer for me, and it made nursing way easier and way more comfortable. You know, in those first couple of weeks, maybe even couple months, it takes a really long time to nurse, so you need something that's going to give you support and won't tire your arms out. I would definitely recommend investing in a good nursing pillow. You can also use your regular pillows, but I like the curve in that pillow, and it allows you to do like football hold and different holds pretty easily. I'll leave the link down below for that one if you're interested. Also, I apologize, my daughter's in the background making a lot of noise, and sometimes I don't realize, so sorry about that. The next thing I highly recommend is the Haakaa. There are a few other off brands like this. It has worked really well for me, especially in the beginning. When your milk first comes in, it comes in very strong, you get super engorged, and you know, breastfeeding is a supply and demand thing. If you pump off that milk, you're signaling to your body that it needs to make more milk, and that is not what you want in the beginning if you have a really large milk supply. So I use this, and basically you just pull that back, squeeze, put it on your nipple, and let go, and it suctions all by itself. You don't need to hold it. And basically what this does is it just collects the letdown. Instead of that going to waste in, you know, your nursing pad or into a towel or a blanket or onto your shirt, you can collect it and you can start building a little emergency milk stash for your baby in case you need it. You know, your supply might go down and you might need a little bit of extra milk while you are boosting your supply again. So I highly recommend this. Oh geez. She is fussing over there. Nathan! Oh, she looks chunky right now and spitty. Sorry, you can only see half of her face because I'm sitting her on the table. The next thing, I don't have it on hand right now, but one thing that you're really going to need in the beginning is breast pads or nursing pads of some sort. You're going to leak a lot in the first, I don't know, month or two of nursing, and you're gonna need it. If you don't want to be leaking through your bra and your shirts, you need something to absorb that milk. I used the disposable nursing pads for a long time, and I do like those. I know a lot of people don't, but I like them. I know it's bad for the planet, but I really like the convenience of them and the way they fit inside my bra. I do also use the reusable nursing pads, but those get kind of bunchy and bulky inside my bra, and you can tell I'm wearing them, so I usually only wear those around the house. But I would highly recommend, it's good for the planet to use the reusable ones, so you will definitely need that. Another thing you will need is a nursing bra. I know some people go without, but it's really convenient to have it. It's really convenient to be able to unclip the top and pull it down, because you know, nursing can be uncomfortable enough. It's nice to have the convenience to efficiently get ready to feed your baby when, you know, they're screaming and crying in your face. So would definitely recommend. I forget the brand of mine, but I got it off of Amazon, and I can also link that down below if you are interested in ordering. It came in a pack of 3 and it was very cheap. Another thing that you might want to invest in is a good bottle. Now, if you're planning to exclusively breastfeed, that's great. That is a really good goal. But there will be times when you want to go out on a date with your partner and your baby might need to take a bottle. And I know some babies don't take bottles, but if you can get them to, I really, really like the Dr. Brown's Natural Flow bottles. Now, we started off with those really cheap, like $8 pack of 3, like the cheapest bottles you can get. And they worked for a little while, but they leaked bad. They did not last long, and we had to invest in those. If you want to get the cheap ones to start, you can, but if bottle feeding is something you're going to do on a regular basis, I would definitely recommend investing in a good bottle. I really love the Dr. Brown's bottles. The nipples work great. There's no leakage at all, really. So this little blue thing in the middle is actually a vent. And if your baby has bad gas, it helps a lot with that. It keeps the air kind of out of the milk and the bubbles and everything. So that has helped little Maven with her gas. I think it's always good to have a bottle around and a pump so that you can have a little bit more freedom when it comes to, you know, possibly leaving your baby for a few hours. Now, one thing that I didn't realize is most women need some sort of a pump. And, you know, I'm sure there are women out there that have never used a pump, and I'm very impressed, but I didn't buy one. Maven wouldn't latch in the hospital, and we had to use a pump. And we had to use a pump for the first while. It's really important, in my opinion, to have a pump. We pump and bottle feed once a day. It helps her to, you know, practice with the bottle, to be comfortable with the bottle, and it also keeps some form of a stash, and I can freeze that extra milk that I have. But yeah, especially in the beginning when you're figuring out your supply and you're having, you know, increases and dips in your supply, it really helps to have a pump to kind of try to regulate it. 1 week after I had Maven, I initially had a really, really large milk supply, and my supply tanked for some reason, and I wasn't sure why. So I needed to use my pump to boost my supply. So it's really good to have one on hand. If you're not interested in buying one, I know you can rent them for not too expensive, but yeah, a pump is a must-have for me. I use it on a daily basis, and I have the Medela Pump in Style, and it's worked really well for me. And I would highly recommend investing in some sort of a pump, even if it's a manual pump of some sort. Now, I just want to end this video off by talking about one product that I did not like and that I do not recommend. A lot of people rave about nipple creams, specifically the Lanolin by Lancino or whatever, any lanolin cream. Probably 3 weeks in, I was starting to get a little bit sore, so I decided, well, may as well be proactive and start using a nipple cream. I did that, and as soon as I started using this nipple cream, my soreness and cracking and bleeding went out of control. And because that happened, obviously I kept putting more on and more on and more on, and it just started to get worse and worse and worse. I had to go to the doctor and actually get a prescription nipple cream from them that had ibuprofen in it, and I started using that. And while I loved that in the moment and it really helped with the pain, I still wasn't healing. It was kind of masking the soreness, but I was still very cracked and bleeding. And this lasted until about 7 weeks. I was still not even close to healing. So I decided to quit cold turkey. I got rid of all of my creams and decided to just try to heal it naturally, and it worked really quickly, actually. I know everyone's body is different and reacts to things differently, but if you are using a nipple cream and you notice that you are not healing, just get rid of it. I found just toughing it out was the best way to heal up fast. It hurts a lot in the moment, but it'll be a lot easier if you can just get over it quicker. That's all I can really think of, and that's all that I really used. But I will link a couple of those products down below if you're interested. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I will do my best to answer them. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, as I will be posting a lot more content.